Hey guys, I just wanted to um, start like a live broadcast, start a conversation because the end of the year is here, and let's face it, we're entering a crazy time, right? Like Donald Trump has been elected the president of the greatest country on earth. So, what is that going to mean? Where does that bring us? Um, it's nuts. Like to think that someone who didn't really work toward their own fame or wealth kind of just got everything handed to them, essentially. Um, it's pretty mind blowing, to say the least. And I really want to start a conversation. You know, like people need to talk, people need to have an open dialogue, people need to be aware, because there is so much going on and there's so much hatred and animosity, and it's rough. But the great thing about technology is that we have things like this to bring us together and to build awareness and spread awareness and build awareness surrounding issues affecting minority groups. And that's why I really want to do something like this to build that awareness and to have an open dialogue. So no one's currently watching, but hopefully I can get a few viewers so we could start talking and have an open dialogue. Because I feel like by me doing that, it allows people who don't feel represented to have some sort of representation. Right now, I'm just kind of on my computer, just reading different articles, just browsing, just chilling out. So hopefully we could get some people to join and some people to join and talk and start a conversation, because that'd be really awesome. Let's take a look. I'm also trying to learn how to use this broadcasting software that I just got a hold of. It's kind of tough to use. Let's take a look. Oh, I added something in, I think. Can you guys see that? Does that come up here? Oh, maybe it's just live. Maybe it's just like a preview here. I don't know if I can... See, it's funny. It's like I'm trying to get a feel for how this software runs and how it functions, so bear with me. It's my first live stream. I want to try to find some crazy videos here to share. I'm just trying to prove how much of a crazy person Donald Trump is. Okay, this was good. This was really good. Let's try to get this piece of video in here. Bear with me. Bear with me.
With Donald Trump about to take office, we're soon to embark on the most tweet-filled presidency in history.
There we go.
So in an effort to keep up with Donald Trump's activity on social media, it's time for our new segment, Tweeting with the Prez.
Y'all ready for this?
This was funny.
Basically, Donald Trump's Twitter feed will serve as his version of FDR's fireside chats. If FDR used his
Let's try that again.
With Donald Trump about to take office, we're soon to embark on the most tweet-filled presidency in history. So in an effort to keep up with Donald Trump's activity on social media, it's time for our new segment, Tweeting with the Prez.
Y'all ready for this?
Basically, Donald Trump's Twitter feed will serve as his version of FDR's fireside chats. If FDR used his fireside chats to say stuff like this.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Like, this was kind of just crazy.
We're about to
The
enter
points he
an
was
era
making
where
are
our
spot
president can bypass the traditional press directly and spread lies and conspiracy theories unfiltered through his Twitter account. For example, the incoming chief of staff, Reince Priebus, recently suggests that Trump might completely scrap the traditional daily press briefings the White House does with reporters.
I think that many things have to change, and I think that it's important that we look at all of those traditions that are great, but quite frankly, as you know, don't really make news and are just sort of mundane, boring episodes.
Boring episodes? This country needs boring episodes right now. The last 18 months have been so insane, it's like a season of Game of Thrones where every episode is the Battle of the Bastards. We all need a break from this action. I can't believe I'm saying this, but America needs some brand. On top of that, Trump hasn't had a press conference since July, which means we're increasingly dependent on his Twitter account for information about what he's doing. Like this weekend when China seized the U.S. naval drone in international waters, and Trump tweeted, quote, "China steals United States Navy research drone in international waters, rips it out of water, and takes it to China, an unprecedented act." But drawing as much attention as his shoot from the hip foreign policy was his apparent inability to spell, because the original tweet, Trump wrote that it was an unprecedented act. Unprecedented is not a word, of course, but it would be a great title for a movie about Hillary Clinton. She was inevitable until she became unprecedented. And I'm not criticizing Trump for being bad at spelling. I'm bad at spelling. It's just I pay attention when Twitter tells me when I spelled something wrong. Conservatives complain that Obama ignored the red line in Syria. Trump ignores it on Twitter.
So, perfect example of the hypocrisy that is Donald Trump. Right? I mean, the guy can't even spell. Can't even spell. Alright. This was just the test. No one's clearly watching, so goodbye. Can't even spell. Alright. This was just the test. No one's clearly watching, so goodbye.